Hi there, welcome to AI Python. Hope you are doing great and enjoying this video series to build a desktop app called Vaccine Availability Checker from scratch in Python using Tkinter library. This is the fifth video of this series, and in this video you will learn to place multiple text label on the GUI. Labels are form of text that appear on the app and it help you to identify a widget or display some information on the app. These labels can be of static type, that means once you create it, it will remain as it is until you change it. As well as there are some dynamic type of labels which can be changed during the execution of the program, and we have to build a logic behind it so that the label changes. You will also learn to decorate the label using fonts, for example, applying different type of font, different families of font, as well as the size of the font, right? At the same time, you will also learn to put these labels on a specific position in the GUI. If you are learning something new from these videos, or if it is helping you to acquire a new skill, then I would urge you to please hit the like button, which will indicate that you are enjoying the content and it gives us the signal to produce such content more often. Pause for a moment and like this video. You can also browse all the previous video of this playlist from the link available in the I button displayed at the top right corner of this video right now, as well as I have also provided the link in the description. A fully functional and 100% working version of this software for Windows is also available for absolutely free at our website aipython.in. Download the software from the link available in the description. Let's get started and add label on the app. So before applying any label, just execute. I will execute the code and show you what we have done till now. So till now we have created a GUI layout and we have added frames and then added the text entry widget and the button, right? Now we will be adding labels, and the labels would be for current date and time, for pin code, date, and then for this button we'll provide this label so that user can understand, okay, this is a search button, and if we click on that, some search will happen, right? And then we'll also be putting some labels on this black frame, which is basically for showing the name of all the results column, right? So these are the labels that we'll be applying in this video. So as you know, we'll be putting all the content between this app.main loop and app equal to tk, right? Okay, so we have created one comment which is for label, and let's create first label that is for, let's say, for the date. Label date now. You can provide any name. For the purpose of displaying the current date, I'll be using this variable label underscore date underscore now. And you can create label using label keyword in Tkinter. This will ask for the text. What is the text that you want to display? In this case, I'll be displaying current date. However, this is just a placeholder. It will actually be a date which is getting updated, and you'll get the current date. And then we'll add a background color which is using BG, and this time I already have, right? I have already placed these two colors. So, and I'll use the same color here, right? So that I can use this one directly. And then the third parameter would be the font. In this case, I've already tested with various font and came up with Verdana to be the best suited for this font, and I'll put it bold so that the date which will be visible in the bolder form, right? So this is what I've decided, and then finally I'll be placing it at a particular location which I've already decided. X will be 20 and Y will be 40, right? Using this method, using a label keyword and providing the text, background color, and the font, placing it at an appropriate location, I can pretty much display this particular text, right? Let's execute the code and see what is the result of this one. So as you can see here, the current date as a label is now added to this window. Okay. So now the second thing I'll be doing is for displaying the current time, right? So which will be updated every second. So I will be actually copy and paste the same code, and in place of date I will put time, right? And here also time. Now here also the time, right? And I think background color is same. And as far as the font is concerned, I'll not make it bold. I'll just disable the bold, or and everything will remain as it is. And placement would be x equal to 20 because I want to start from the same position, and y would be 60, right? So after doing all these changes, let's see what changes has happened in the GUI, right? Let's see that. So here current date and current time are added, right? This is the first thing that we want to do. Now I'll be putting pin code label and the date label. Let's see how we can do that. So basically I'll copy the same thing because almost similar thing will be there when we will be creating label for pin code. So I will write label and then pin code. Here also I'll change it to pin code. Sorry. So that both are same. And then I will display is like pin code, and the color would be right. In place of left, it would be right. Right. So if I match it, it is matching here, right? If I double click it here, it is also matching. So that means I'm using the right color. Okay, I mean right color means this variable is already created. Okay, so text as pin code, background as top right frame background, and font I will reduce it by 1, which I have tested. 12 is not exactly fitting, so I have just reduced the size of font to 1, and now it is 11. And as far as x is concerned, I'll put it at 220 and y will be 15. Now let's execute the code and see if pin code is there. Yes, pin code is now added. Now I will add similar thing, not the same, and put it as like date. In place of pin code, it will be date, so that new date is added, or the date label is visible, right? So here I'll write date, and then right, everything will be same, like background color will be the same, font will be Verdana 11, and x will be 380. I mean, you have to figure it out. I have tried and tested, like I have tried with all these positions and found out that 38 x equal to 380 and y equal to 15 suits best, and it just display over to the date area where user will enter the date. Okay, now pin code and date are there. Additionally, I will also mention here that since two font in the same label is not possible, so I've created a separate label called date format. I'll tell you what exactly it does. Date format, both are same. For the time being, let me comment this one and execute the code and let you understand that this is the pin code and date. And if you see, there is a space here, and I wanted to provide the format dd mm YY. Okay, so this information I want to add additional. I hope you understand. So I'll create this one. In place of date, I'll use ddmmyy, right? So that user will understand, okay, this is the format that you have to enter the date. Okay, so text will be this one, and the size would be 7 in place of 11 because it has to be a little small. And this will be 420 and this will be 18. Okay, this is how I have configured, and now let's execute and see. And as you can see here, ddmmyy is appearing here. This is our all purpose. We wanted to add the format information as a label also, right? Okay, so we have completed all these four. Now I'll be adding one label here as a text, so that it will give an indication to user that, okay, click on this button, or if you click on this button, the search will happen, right? Let me again copy this code and paste it here. It's all systematic, right? You once you understand how to put that label, you can create as many label as required. and conveniently you can also place them at a particular location, right? So now in this case, I'll change it to label search vaccine, or let's say VACC. That's okay. Copy it and place it here. So that same thing comes here also, right? And then in the text, I will write search and then /n, because I want this to be in the next line, available vaccine. So it will be like search and then in the new line available vaccine. So this indicate that click on this button to search for available vaccine, right? And the color would be same, BG top right frame BG, and then this will be 8 and all this calculated. And this will be, the position will be 570 and then Y would be 70. All right. So if I do this, save it and run it, you can see search available vaccine. So this label is now placed here, right? It's a part of user interface. Okay. Now lastly, we have to include some label here, fixed label here also, and we will see how to do that. So again, I will copy this code and place it here, and this time I will write it as label head result. You can give any name. It's not compulsory that you should follow also the same name. You are more innovative and you can, I hope definitely you can put more innovative names. You are absolutely free for that. I have copied the complete text and I'll paste it here so that you'll understand. It is basically, all these spaces between the two different values have been somehow found with the hit and trial method. So it's not that in one go you found it. For you to understand, this is like a hit and trial method. You can place it anywhere, but if you follow this method, it gives a proper separation between each of them, right? And /t represents tab, one tab, and /t represents tab, and these are the manual spaces that has been provided. As far as background color is concerned, I'll provide it as black so that it remains as black with no changes, and additionally I will also provide foreground color for the text, which will be white, right? And font will be Verdana 8 and then bold. That's it. And I'll place it at 10 and 125. And these are all calculation I'm telling you number of times, because in one single go, if you try to make changes into this X and Y value, you'll see that the text is getting placed at different location. So finally we have done it, and these all are coming under app.main before app.main and right. And when you execute this, you will see all the proper labels. Now the software is full, right? Did you remember when we started this video and I showed you the blank GUI without anything, right? It was looking absurd. Now if you see, it has a lot more meaning, right, in that compared to the previous one, right? So this is how you can add labels to your GUI or app. That's it for this video. I hope you have learned something new in this video. Please help us by sharing this video in your network. We read each comment and reply them. In case if you have any doubt related to this video, then do write them in the comment section. We will reply. See you next time with another exciting and informative content. I'll be preparing the next video for you. Till then, keep learning and keep growing.